Now this question is going to look at controlling two cylinders. This one's called Z and X. The pattern we want is Z plus, X minus, Z minus. Okay? The problem is this X plus, X minus. That's the tricky bit. Normally it's written A plus, B minus, Z minus. So here we go, let's start off then. So at the minute, this cylinder is negative, activating valve 1, so there's air in this pipe here. Right. So if the on-off valve is switched on, the signal will travel here and will come up. Now it will split here, some goes that way, some goes that way. The air that's going here is going to come to a stop at valve 2 just now. The air coming around here will go into valve Z, and the valve Z will send cylinder Z positive. So that's done the first bit. When Z goes positive, it hits valve 2. Right? Now, we know there's air there waiting, so it hits valve 2, air comes out of 2, round, down, into valve X, here, out there, so that sends cylinder X positive. So it goes there and activates valve 4. So valve 4 comes down, goes to this group valve, and the air will come out here, come up here. Now the air feeds into valve X, making the cylinder go negative. It also goes up to valve 3, so when the cylinder X goes negative, it activates valve 3, sending signal up here to make Z go negative. Okay, so then again Z will go negative, activate valve 1, and if the on-off valve, if it's still on, the system will just repeat. Okay? So that's achieving Z plus, X minus, Z minus. More commonly, A plus, B minus, Z minus. That is the tricky bit. Here we have an attempt at A plus, B minus, A minus control without using a group valve. The previous thing had a group valve. This doesn't. Okay, so right, let's watch this. So switch on valve 1, signal comes up, comes to valve, well, this valve here. Cylinder A goes positive, hits that one, comes here, sends B positive, hits that one, there, B negative. Now, look how this one's been drawn. There's a gap there, it's not touching. Anyway, we'll come back to that. Hits that one, this goes negative, there, here, this one goes negative. Okay? Except, this one might still be switched on. So there might be a signal both here and here. But if you're fast enough, maybe you manage to switch that one off in time, so that could go positive. Right. So there's one problem. This one mightn't have been switched off quickly enough. There's a second problem. Right, so it switches on, so there's air here. Now, this one, if you don't set that up, so this cylinder is not touching that, there'll be a signal here. Okay, but let's say you have set this up so that this one comes past the roller and it rests without activating the cylinder, without activating the valve. Right then. So A plus, that sends that one to there, here. This one sets off, and when it gets to here, it must activate that valve. Do. So we've gone A plus, then we've gone B plus, now we've gone A minus, assuming you put valve 1 in. Okay? Without using a group valve, you get into all sorts of troubles when you try and do that. This circuit might work if you used a one-directional roller tip here. Okay, that isn't a one-directional roller tip drawn in the diagram. When you're trying to do A plus, B minus, A minus, you need a group valve. So A plus, B plus, B minus, A minus, you need to have a group valve. You need to be able to draw this in the exam.